Michael Jordan in career, his whole career played 78 games a year. And that's not even counting the playoffs when you're playing, in the preseason. So you're talking about 115 games a year. That dude probably played in about 112 of those 115 games.
The debate, please. Here we go. 3 parts. One player has won the scoring title, regular season MVP, was first team defensive player, led the playoffs in scoring, and won the MVP in the finals. All 5 things. It's only happened 4 times in the NBA. You know who the 4 players to do it were? Jordan.
Michael never set out games. If Michael set out a game, he made sure he played at least 25 minutes so you saw him play. Whether it be preseason, he didn't miss any regular season games. But during preseason where most stars sit out, he played.
The audacity, the sheer nerve of LeBron to suggest that 22 years of extended longevity could rival 13 years of unfiltered dominance is staggering. And now, one of Michael Jordan's own championship teammates has blown the GOAT debate wide open with a single devastating truth bomb, leaving LeBron fans reeling, scrambling, and in absolute shambles.
So I'm not coming from a biased position where I'm just like, oh, that was my era, so I'm being biased. No, my eyes don't lie. I know what I've seen. And as great as LeBron is, and he's fantastic, but he ain't fucking with MJ. Just based off the eye test and the skill level and some of the stats and the heart, nah, yo, no.
Ladies and gentlemen, the basketball world just got schooled by someone who didn't just watch history, he lived it. Stacy King, a 3-time NBA champion who shared the court with Michael Jordan, has stepped into the GOAT debate with authority that no analyst or ESPN talking head can match. This isn't speculation or opinion. It's testimony from a man who breathed the same air as the greatest player ever to pick up a basketball. And with just a few words, King dropped one of the most brutal reality checks in the history of the argument, shaking the very foundation of the LeBron versus Jordan debate.
I think it's misinformation. I think they want to control the narrative to make it look like this generation's players are superior. I mean, you look at the Hall of Famers that are in that era.
And what Stacy King revealed has every LeBron fan scrambling for the delete button on their Twitter accounts, because the facts don't lie, the numbers don't lie, and the legacy speaks volumes. King dropped the hammer with one devastating line. What you're doing in 20 years, MJ did in 13. 13 years. Let that sink in. While LeBron fans scramble to spin narratives and justify 2 decades of chasing ghosts, the truth remains undeniable. Jordan accomplished in barely over a decade what LeBron has been chasing for more than 20 years, and that contrast has the entire basketball world in an uproar.
I saw MJ play from his prime to his retirement. I saw Kobe play from his prime to his retirement. I've seen LeBron from his prime to his eventual retirement.
But King didn't stop there. He was only getting warmed up. While he acknowledged that LeBron James will absolutely be remembered as one of the greatest players ever to step on a basketball court, he made it crystal clear that the GOAT debate was already settled. With the authority of someone who experienced championship greatness alongside Michael Jordan, King shut the door with finality, declaring it was time to stop the comparisons once and for all.
How this young generation is so dismissive of this stat when they go, well, LeBron James has been to the finals this many, and he won this many times, but he's been this many times.
And then came the haymaker. Stacy King zeroed in on the one number LeBron fans can't spin away: championships. After 22 grueling seasons, LeBron James still hasn't matched Michael Jordan's 6 rings. Jordan secured 6 titles in just 13 years, a blistering run of dominance that defined an era, while it has taken LeBron more than 2 decades to collect only 4. That contrast doesn't just settle the debate. It exposes the gulf between chasing greatness and embodying it.
And the thing about Michael and these guys in that era, they recognize how important it was for the fans who may not get a chance to see them play. So when they go to a city, this might be the first time this family of 6 gets a chance to see Michael Jordan play.
Let's talk about efficiency, shall we? Because this is where the LeBron argument completely collapses under the weight of Jordan's resume. Michael Jordan didn't just win more. He won faster, cleaner, and with ruthless precision. In just 13 legendary seasons, MJ captured 6 NBA championships, snagged 6 finals MVPs, racked up 5 regular season MVPs, made 14 All-Star appearances. Yes, even including his Wizards years, piled up more than 32,000 career points, and, just to put the cherry on top, took a 2-year detour to play professional baseball. That's not just dominance, that's efficiency at a level LeBron could never dream of matching.
Jordan or LeBron, who's the GOAT?
I low-key think Mike's so competitive, bro. Mike could come out of retirement right now to play Bron
and do it.
Do you know what Michael Jordan had to deal with, bro?
He can go over his finals opponents.
You tell me who lost.
The Heat played a Thunder team with Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden in the finals. I like how you say...
Who was going to guard Mike on that Thunder team?
James Harden. So you mean to tell me
he's so cute.
You think...
That's so cute.
Meanwhile, LeBron James needed 22 years. Yes, more than 2 full decades, to collect just 4 championships and 4 finals MVPs. The math isn't mateing. LeBron fans. Your king required nearly twice the career length to accomplish barely 2/3 of what Michael Jordan achieved. But LeBron's longevity, they cry. He's played longer, they whimper. And sure, they're right. He has played longer. Congratulations on participating more. But here's the brutal truth Stacy King was driving at. Longevity without sustained dominance isn't greatness. It's just being average for longer. Jordan didn't need 22 seasons to prove himself. He didn't need to chase ghosts or pad stats into his 40s. In just 13 years, he established everything that mattered, carved a flawless legacy, and left no doubt about who the true GOAT is. Stacy King knows this because he lived it. He wasn't just watching from the sidelines. He witnessed it up close. He saw a man so dominant, so perfect in execution, that he could walk away from basketball not once, but twice, and still remain untouchable. Michael Jordan didn't retire because his body broke down or because the game passed him by. He retired at the very height of his powers. Why? Because there were simply no more worlds left to conquer. He had climbed every mountain, silenced every critic, and shattered every ceiling. That's not just greatness, that's finality.
Jordan. Number 2, if you own a pair of Jordans or have a pair of Jordans on, stand up.
But here's where it gets downright ugly for LeBron supporters. Let's talk finals records. Michael Jordan, 6 appearances, 6 championships, 6-0, perfect, flawless, untouchable. Every time he reached the biggest stage, he walked away with the crown. That's not luck, that's domination.
Winning has a price, and leadership has a price. So I pulled people along when they didn't want to be pulled. I challenge people when they don't want to be challenged. And I earned that right because my teammates came after me. They didn't endure all the things that I endured.
Stacy King saw Jordan never lose when it mattered most. 6 finals appearances, 6 championships, 6 finals MVPs. No Game 7s needed, no collapsing under the brightest lights, no excuses, and certainly no "I'm taking my talents" press conferences. Jordan stepped onto the court and finished the job every single time. Meanwhile, LeBron has lost more finals than he's won. 10 trips to the grand stage, 6 brutal defeats. That's not the resume of the GOAT. That's the track record of someone who came up short when history demanded greatness. Jordan never gave his opponents the satisfaction of raising a trophy over him. He never walked off that stage as anything less than a champion. That's the difference between dominance and desperation.
I was with Michael Jordan not last summer, summer before last. We ran into each other in Europe, and he says, Irvin, I don't know why these guys, because if you look at his record, he almost played every game like 5 or 6 times throughout his career. He didn't miss one game. He played in every game. We wanted to play in every game. Pat Riley or our trainer, Gary Beatty, had to make sure that they said, no. B, don't put on your uniform. Don't come sitting on that bench, because you would want to play, because you want to play for your guys and with your guys.
Championships are not just numbers to tally up on a stat sheet. Far from it. Stacy King understands something that stat sheet stuffers and box score watchers never will: cultural impact. Michael Jordan didn't just play basketball. He redefined it. He transcended the sport, becoming a global icon whose influence stretched far beyond the hardwood. His presence elevated the NBA into a worldwide phenomenon, turning games into must-see events and sneakers into cultural artifacts. Jordan wasn't just winning titles. He was shaping history in real time, building a legacy so massive that it became untouchable.
Michael never set out games. If Michael set out a game, he made sure he played at least 25 minutes so you saw him play. Whether it be preseason, he didn't miss any regular season games. But during preseason where most stars sit out, he played. I mean, we played in Lincoln, Nebraska. We played in Sioux Falls. We played in some small venues to get the people who may not be able to get to a big city to see us. We go into those places and play. And most star players, I'm not playing in Lincoln, Nebraska. I'm sitting out. Michael would play first and third quarter, 24 minutes to let people see, because he recognized, and Kobe's the same way, that this might be the only time that they're able to afford to see me play. And I want to make sure I put on a show. These guys nowadays, they don't look at it that way. The fans pay these enormous, these crazy salaries. The fans, you owe the fans everything you got.